Hello everyone, and welcome to our playthrough of Monsters, Inc. Scream Team on the PS1.
Oh no, it's Disney Interactive. God rest its soul. Oh, I'm sad now. That was a great studio.
And here's yet another studio that is still around, but ain't doing as hot as they once were.
Yeah, it's about every second or third movie now that's any decent.
I don't even remember the last Pixar film I saw.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Inside Out, but it might have been.
Yeah, I still need to watch Soul Luca and Turning Red.
Since the very first bedtime, all around the world.
So, you want to know what the big change was in this era of licensed games?
That there are monsters hiding in their closets.
Is that Waternoose's voice? I think it is. What is it?
Disc technology and enabling FMV so that they could have as a reward clips of the film.
Nice.
There's nobody here. There's no kid. There's supposed to be a kid. There's no kid.
I believe this was one of the trailers for Monsters, Inc.
Oh, that's great.
Just check the schedule.
Very embarrassing.
And yeah, this won't be the last of FMV. But one thing you'll notice is that while it is just straight up clips from the movie, for some reason, sometimes the Foley is different.
Huh.
It's like sound effects will be different than what they were in the movie.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the break room before all the donuts are gone.
Your big throw rug? Oh, nice doggy. Nice big doggy. Sully,
I don't remember. I don't know if I've ever seen that trailer.
Oh, I remember it. I think it was like on one of the Disney VHSs I had. But they also cut that one a little bit different in this game right there than normal. So yeah, so this game is Monsters, Inc. Scream Team, or as it was known in Europe, Monsters, Inc. Scare Island.
This is it, buddy.
Oh.
If we get through this, you and I could be the best screen-producing team Monstropolis has ever seen. I can't believe we were handpicked by Waternoose himself to train at the Monsters Incorporated private facility.
I can't do this. I'm too nervous. And you building up the situation like this is not helping.
Relax, Mikey. Remember what happened on our first day of college.
Please, don't remind me.
Yeah, okay, but I don't want to deal with another mess like that. It took them a whole semester to rebuild the dorm.
Didn't I say not to remind me?
So this was long before Monsters University was a thing.
That is
One
interesting.
of the most respected companies in all of Monstropolis.
And who says Mike isn't scary? That's horrifying.
We're on the verge
But yeah, this is a prequel to the film. This is when Mike and Sully were undergoing basically training to be employees.
Oh,
Well, I don't remember seeing it.
oh no, we're not on the list. We are not on the list, Sully. How can this be? We filled out all the paperwork. Granted, it was
Billy
expensive,
Crystal
but come on.
discount sounds better than John Goodman discount.
Yeah. I think generally the sound like they get for Mike is pretty good.
You have been enlisted in this training course because of your potential to become a top scare producing team. While you are here, the two of you will work together to complete a total of 15 trials. That's right, 15 trials. If you can complete them all successfully, you will earn yourself a spot on the scare floor. Okay? Good. Please proceed through the elevator directly.
And I thought
behind the
coding
house.
interviews
Any
were hard.
questions, come see me. Welcome.
Okay, so is this a hub we can wander, I assume?
Yeah, so like I said, this was called, yep, you can play as either Sully or Mike.
I don't know why it just looks like a shit post.
And it must have been difficult making it so that the game was, you know, for two characters as differently sized as these two, make it so that it works the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was called Scream Team in the US and Scare Island, which is where we are. We're on Scare Island right now.
Okay, that just is Roz's voice actress.
Pretty sure it is, yeah. So for these tutorials here, for some of the more obvious, like press X to jump bits, I just skip over parts of it. I let Roz talk throughout more of the unique stuff.
I'm getting Portal vibes.
Little bit. But yeah, unbeknownst to me for a long time, this game was actually a dual release on PS1 and PS2.
I can believe it looking at this. Is this the PS1 or 2 version?
This is the PS1 version. The PS2 version, I think, looks extremely ugly. It was clearly made for the PS1 first, and then they just kind of tried to upscale it for the PS2 with better textures. It looks very grimy and dark, and it doesn't work. It needs this crisp pixelation.
I'd be interested to see what it looks like. I'll have to look it up.
Now, it also got a PC release, and that one, even though it was released in the US, it was called Scare Island Everywhere. Now, you may also notice that the thumbnail, it says Scare Island. That's because I couldn't find the Scream Team logo in a transparent form, so...
Shout out to all the Europe fans, yeah. I like the music so far. It's not bad.
That is probably the most memorable part of the game. It has a fantastic soundtrack.
So well. To help you through training, we have provided some items for you to collect. This is a bag of calories. If you have taken damage from an enemy, the bag of calories.
All right, gives her health back.
This is an extra try token.
Extra try. That's...
Yeah,
I've heard that.
It's an extra life. Although, interestingly, I believe that these extra lives never respawn. If you pick them up, they're just gone.
That's interesting.
Not that I need them.
Monster has a unique pounce. To perform it, press the X button to jump. Then while in midair, press the square button. This move...
So, I wanted to play this game because it is a game from my childhood, and... looking back on it, it is a solid PS1 era platformer. I wouldn't consider it alongside Spyro or Crash, and I would say that the Toy Story 2 game is better, but if you're all done with those, give this one a try. It's pretty solid.
This is Primordial Ooze.
Primordial.
It's a very important
Okay.
part of training. Collecting it will increase the power of your fright meter and make your scares more powerful. As you collect more Primordial Ooze, the level of your fright meter will increase. Collect all 10 cans of Primordial Ooze and proceed to the next room.
So imagine Mario 64 where you can't pick up certain power stars until you've gotten enough coins.
That's weird, but I get it. I mean, that's what the 8 red coins and 100 coin star are, more or less.
Sort of.
So... you played this game on a CRT, right?
Back in the day, yeah, I would have.
Wonder if that smoothed some of this out.
I was originally going to have this with scan lines, but I was worried about how it would work going through like encoding and whatnot, so I didn't.
Once you're in scare mode, repeatedly press the circle button to charge up your scare. When you hear the siren and see the flashing light on top of the nerve's head turn yellow, quickly press the X button to perform a finishing scare. Give it a try and proceed to the next room.
Alright, so these are our power stars, nerves. So, they're basically just robot kids that we scare for training. Get used to that because there are, by my count, 104 of them in the game.
Oh no.
And actually, in that cutscene there where Sully did the thing, the nerve's head fell off, but it doesn't do that in the actual game, so I think they were like, maybe don't have the robot kids' heads fly off.
Ooze is an important part of scaring because it raises the level of your fright meter. As you can see, the fright meter is divided into 5 sections. Blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. These colors match nerves throughout Scare Island. Now, this is
I would love to see the recording studio for Roz. I bet it was really funny.
Oh, I bet.
Am I clear? That means in order to scare the green nerve, you need to fill the green section of your fright meter. Keep in mind that these red cans of Primordial Ooze are each worth 5 points. In order to proceed, collect the red cans of Primordial Ooze to fill the green section of your fright meter. To scare the green nerve. Got it?
Alright, so it's 10 green cans to get the blue one, 15 for green, and red ones are worth 5 greens.
Fantastic.
On to the blue section.
If I were to say my biggest criticism of the game, it's that the nerve-scaring little QuickTime event is probably not the best thing they could have come up with.
Course on
Yeah.
Scare Island can be completed with bronze, silver, and gold medals. To obtain the bronze medal, you must scare a total of 5 nerves. You've already scared 2 nerves. Now collect the primordial ooze and scare the remaining 3 nerves. After you obtain the bronze medal for the orientation, proceed to the next room. I doubt you'll make it, but good luck.
Alright, so each level we got to get the bronze, silver, and gold medals.
So, if you're more powered up, will it take out a lower level guy faster?
Unfortunately, no. It just means that you can do the later level
I
ones.
see. So, is Sully's finishing move always the bag?
No, I just kept getting that one early on here.
So, the name of this island's supposed to be Scare Island? Or is it, like, the...
Scare Island, yeah.
Yeah. They were going to call it Water Noose's Island, but after the fall... No, I kid. That's a terrible joke. Okay.
Got some pretty good animation on
Yeah.
on that stuff there.
It's not bad.
Great, you made it.
I'm surprised how much mesh deformation they're able to get for the squash and stretch on the jump and other stuff.
Yeah.
To get the silver medal in each course, you must collect 10 Monsters Inc. tokens.
Okay.
Collect all 10 tokens in this room to obtain the silver medal. Then continue on to the next room.
So bronze and silver have nothing to do with each other for, like, objectives.
Somewhat. It is set up in such a way that it's impossible to get the silver before you get the bronze.
Okay.
And it's impossible to get the gold before you get the silver.
Like in every level?
Yes. Across the board. And I'll go into how they do that later, but yeah.
Amazing.
Now, you may notice that this game is maybe looks a little bit better than you remember. That's because I'm playing this on DuckStation, and it has some geometry correction, so that PS1 wobbly texture thing is corrected.
3 nerves in the area for a total of 8 nerves per course. This can get a little tricky. These 3 nerves are red and require you to have a completely full fright meter. Collect the primordial ooze scattered throughout the room, then scare the remaining 3 nerves to complete the orientation with a gold medal.
So, to get a full fright meter, it's exactly 100 of the green ooze.
What the heck?
Nerves can be found in all sorts of places. And they can often be found doing silly things. And even directly interacting with the world. Some of them can hurt you.
Oh. And 100%. Here we go.
Yep, and you get an extra life when you get 100 ooze.
Oh, nice.
Now, if there is one thing that is conspicuously missing, it's that the game rarely shows you, like, a counter for things that you've collected. You have to... It's like, you know, logically when you pick up a one of those 10 Monsters Inc. tokens, it would show you how many you've gotten. Now you have to pause the game to see that info.
So, how often do you play as Sully versus Mike?
Every level you get to pick one or the other. So
No, I mean, like, what do you go for?
Oh, if in this playthrough, it's basically just switch off every level.
Okay.
And even as a kid, I noticed it was interesting that Mike is also part of the scaring training, even though he's not a scarer.
Yeah, I mean, well, to tie back into Monsters University, he was an up-and-comer.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but it seems as though what they were going with was a reasonable assumption from the first film, and that is that Mike and Sully had been friends for a long time, like at least high school.
Yeah.
And
Elementary school, I think. And that's why I really don't like the sequel. Or prequel. It ignores too much continuity. Yeah, well. Like, I don't hate the movie. I just think it needs to change like 5 things, and it's good. Hey, it's water news.
Gentlemen. Now, in order to hone your skills so that you can become top scare producers, we're going to make things a bit more challenging.
Oh, well, at least we made it this far.
Heh.
Your first destination is Urban Field.
I think that is Water News' voice actor.
If not, it's a really good impression.
Monsters Incorporated. We recognize that our strongest assets are you, our employees.
And kidnapping children.
Hence my joke about Water News Island. I almost said Waterstein Island. Oops.
Oh, jeez. So, yeah, this is Scare Island, and we've got 3 areas. We're right here next to the urban environment. There's a desert one and a winter
I see
one.
Randall in the background.
Yes, Randall is
All
running
5
about.
of his pixels.
And the urban field is by far my favorite.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Because it has the closest vibe to the film, which was, of course, entirely in urban settings, like a factory.
Very, very, I don't know. I feel like Boston is kind of the city vibe I got. That or maybe New York.
Possibly.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, they differentiated Mike and Sully a little bit. Mike can do that bouncing move. And this part is bullcrap. I don't know why this... Right there, it hit me twice in a row.
That's really funny.
I don't know why that train is so difficult to kill. It normally isn't.
Booga, 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 booga. Booga, 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 booga.
I guess Mike's butt is just that scary.
I thought that I could climb up the ladder on this slide, but I cannot. And instead, I roll right into the train.
Nice.
I think that's one of 2 deaths I take.
It's funny. I'm kind of getting a little bit of a Nickelodeon kind of Rugratsy vibe with the music a little bit. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, and I don't know why it worked that time. Oh, and right here, I completely forget that I don't have enough ooze, and so, of course, the nerve isn't going to stop and let me scare it.
So it just doesn't let you try at all.
Yeah.
That's handy that it doesn't let you waste your time.
But yeah, and each nerve, the amount of buttons you have to mash before you get to the finisher, it goes up with each level. It's 1 for blue, 2 for green, and so on.
Ah,
But it
don't
always
hit your
starts
eye,
with
Mike.
circle.
It's worked him to death.
So generally, like it said before, you get 5 nerves and you get the bronze medal, 8 nerves and you get the gold. Generally, something happens, like an area opens up when you get 3.
So I'm guessing there's 15 levels?
There are 12 levels and then 3 quote-unquote boss encounters. I question to call them that, but... Yeah, so there's basically 5 things per area.
Huh. Oh, you need to have the orange one filled up. Okay.
Yep. And oftentimes, I want to say that there are a bunch of levels where you can't get enough ooze to fill up the red section right off the bat. But once you come back, all the ooze comes back, so you can fill it up again.
Okay.
Here's some of our menus.
Metrics. The ooze color, or the ooze container, looks kind of strange and weird and cool.
Yeah. I did a bit of a double take when I was playing this for the first time in a long time, and it said Primordial. I was like, oh yeah, because nowadays I associate Primordial with that new roller coaster at Lagoon.
Whoa. You ever had those, like, sour candy goo that comes in containers that kind of look like this?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I liked sour candy as a kid, but as an adult, if I want candy to hurt me, I'd rather have spicy candy.
Yeah, I've never had much of a taste for sour stuff or too much spice either. But yeah, I believe that they were able to have such high quality music because the PS1 was also a CD player, so it was just playing the music via CD.
You know, it is funny. The PS1 was a CD player, the PS2 was a DVD player, and the PS3 was a Blu-ray player.
Yeah,
right?
and I believe it was, and yet I don't think that the PS4 was an Ultra HD Blu-ray player. I think the PS5 is, but the 4 was not.
It better be. This is where the coins are at.
No, actually, this level is a bit special. They have all of the coins sequestered in one area, which we are not going to be able to get to for a little while. So you may have seen back there that transparent box.
Yes.
So what they have in this game is little power-ups that only activate and become, interactable in the overworld once you have gotten bronze medals in all 4 levels.
Oh.
And invariably, at least one of those those tokens... Real quick, I love that camera movement.
Yeah, that's cool.
At least one of those monster tokens is locked behind one of those interactable objects. In this case, it's a trampoline. So that's how they ensure that you can't get the silver medal before the bronze.
Not bad for a guy with one eye.
Ha! If I had a nickel for every time I've said that.
So I would always save the game every time it prompted me to, as a kid. And I go back now and it's like, oh jeez, memory cards.
Yeah.
They take a while. Oh, and every time you get a bronze medal, you get treated to a clip from the film.
That's not something I expected.
Yep, there are quite a few movie clips that you get throughout the game.
Wonder what kind of encoding they use to be able to fit it on a PS1 disc.
I don't know.
I mean, it's heavily bit crunched, but
Definitely.
it's not as bad as Game Boy Advance video.
Yeah, Monsters, Inc. was definitely one of those movies I watched over and over as a kid.
Oh, that's really good. I'd say it's one of their top 3 of all time.
Oh, yeah. It and Toy Story.
You're right. The Foley is different. That's weird.
Listen.
So they just redubbed over it.
Somehow, yeah. But yeah, I always notice him pulling the jack out of his rear. Sounds completely different.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they did that or why.
Yeah. Maybe it was just smaller file size? I don't know. Oh, so it does all respawn.
Yep, so it's easy to get to red.
Okay, I just assumed there was only 100 in each level and you had to get them all.
Nope. Like I said, a lot of times it's just impossible to reach red, I think, until you either get bronze or just come back.
Let's see. So now will the trampoline be there?
No, the trampoline won't activate until we get bronze in all levels in the urban training ground.
But we can still get... No, we can't get gold, though.
We cannot. And here's how they do ensure that you can't get gold before silver. One of the nerves doesn't show up until you've collected all 10 tokens.
So, will your meter stay filled when you come back to this level?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it would be kind of a piss take if it didn't. You can just quit out through with the menu, and I do that a bunch, but at least once I wanted to actually take the door.
I don't know why this...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that the pictures of the characters on loading screens are actually pretty high quality.
Yeah, I'll say. Maybe it's because we're on an island, but recently on the models resource, somebody uploaded an entire custom model of the entirety of Isle Delfino as one model. So I'm hoping somebody slaps that into VR chat.
Mm-hmm. So right here, I just wanted to take a quick run around of Scare Island, and when I did so, I completely forgot to go into the lobby, so I spliced that in here.
I'm assuming the movie clips place is for seeing movie clips you've already unlocked.
Yes.
This is the training room?
That right there is how you go back to the tutorial, back to orientation.
It'd be funny if the bush was obscuring Mike just a little bit more. Okay. That's cool.
And I have not unlocked that movie clip yet. This little bit of me in the lobby I recorded after I finished the game.
So you had to edit around a little bit?
Yeah. In a second here, we'll go back to past footage. Here we are.
Yeah. Yeah, that works.
And there's Randall.
I would have probably hit it between loading screens, but that works.
Are you ready to challenge me?
Okay.
So we're not going to do any of those yet.
Are those the 3 quote-unquote bosses?
Yes. But you can... I'm actually not sure if it lets you just do them right then and there. Or if you have to do it, but we'll do them automatically later once we get to that point. So
I'm guessing desert, snow, urban.
Yep. And this is one of my favorite music tracks in the game.
Oh. You know, seeing this game is making me want to kind of play through Donald Duck on Quackers, which was a very jank game. All right, here we go. I love me a good city level.
Oh, yes. There's a reason why so many of the levels in Sonic Generations were city levels. They tended to be the best ones in Sonic games.
You know, I'm trying to think. Let's see. So, Toy Story 1, 2, Bugs Life, Finding Nemo, this game, Incredibles, Ratatouille. I think there was a video game for every Pixar movie up to... through Up, I think? I don't know if Inside Out got one.
I don't know. Yeah, it certainly fell off in the 7th gen after games got a lot harder to make. They were able to keep doing it on Wii for a while, but then it was just like, what's the point?
I mean, it's hard to make a Disney game when you kill Disney Interactive, so...
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to remember if Avalanche was part of Disney Interactive or if they were, like, just worked together. I'm trying to figure out how that works. Because I know they made all 3 Cars games, I think.
I know that they made Cars 2, and I would assume that they made Cars 3 as well.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but I think
they
Cars
did
2 is
make
better.
Disney Infinity. Yeah.
I mean, the game Cars 2 is better. I've never actually seen Cars 3 all the way through.
I've been meaning to watch Cars 3. I never have.
I hear it's better than 2.
That's not hard.
So I saw somebody with a Monsters U Letterman jacket today, and it's funny. It said like the college was established 1313, but it but it makes me question. Wait a second. So does that imply that the Monsters universe has the same like year counting system, or
is it just a really old university?
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, is their year reckoning system the same as our? Hey, little Lego fella. Was there a monster Archduke Ferdinand that was shot? We'll never know.
I think it would be cute if completely impractical if, like, for that Letterman jacket, it had 4 arms and, like, the other 2 just were, like, underneath.
That would
like,
be
on
awesome.
Strings.
That's a great idea. So those guys just don't stay dead, huh?
No, they do. You just have to kill them twice.
No. They remind me of Dry Bones from Mario.
So there are boy and girl nerves. This is a girl nerve.
Mm-hmm. I can tell by the hair.
Yep.
Toys a lot. Could have slipped in a Toy Story reference in here.
I'm not sure that they had the resolution for that.
Yeah, no. Okay.
By the way, so the Toy Story reference in Monsters Inc. didn't like Boo hand Sully Jesse at the end of the
Yes,
film?
she did.
And did she also hand him Nemo?
Yeah. Of course, people have speculated if Boo was young Emily from isn't that the name of her owner?
Emily?
I think. I can't
in
remember.
what? Sorry.
In Toy Story 2, Jesse's like who abandoned her.
It could let in a child.
I don't think it was Emily.
Well, either way, people speculate it was the same girl because, like,
yeah.
But yeah, that's just really irrelevant. Oh, that's handy. Now it's all respawned.
Yep. Every time you get a bronze medal, it has to unload the level to load the FMV, and then when it loads back in, everything's back.
There is nothing more dangerous or toxic than a human child. A single touch could kill you. Can't go in there. No, I won't go in there, man. You can't make me. You're going in there because we need this.
Oh.
I don't know what that yell was. I didn't know which way to go with it. Oh, man.
We do this over Discord, which can filter some stuff out, so I'm not even sure how it's going to sound in the end product.
Oh, man.
Probably sounded different to me.
Yeah, I have a disturbing amount of this movie's like dialogue memorized. Kind of like Shrek. There was a time in my life where I could pretty much just close my eyes and watch Shrek.
Yeah, that one meme is a lot closer to reality for a lot more kids than you might realize.
Wait, which
I was
meme?
kind of the same. That meme about the kid who literally could just close their eyes and watch Shrek because they memorized it.
I thought you were referencing the meme of Krusty the Clown saying that if you get bored, you can rotate a cow inside your mind and the cops can't stop you. I don't know if you've heard that one.
So there's the trampoline.
Oh, yeah. Is it always a trampoline?
No, the trampoline is what you unlock by getting bronze in all the urban levels. There's a different one for the other 2 fields. But yeah, nerves will run all over the place. They'll cause trouble. Some of them build enemies.
Mm-hmm.
So they got kind of creative with it.
Nice. Yeah, I'm noticing some Z buffer issues here and there, but it's usually not too bad. Where like objects render over what they shouldn't.
Yeah, that's just kind of what you get with the PS1. Or maybe it's some issue with this game specifically. I don't know.
So what happens if you fall to your death?
I think you just lose one thing of health, and you have like 5 before you die.
That's good. They don't take a whole life.
So I think right here I was wondering where the... Yeah, I'm just confirming where the stuff I can't get to is.
Making a mental note.
So there's a nerve and a token up there.
Huh, he's not wearing pants. But then again, Mike isn't wearing anything.
Alright, well, that just about does it for part 1. Join us for part 2 of Monsters, Inc. Scream Team.